grow, still can't stop it.
What is up? I am Crypto Mason, and welcome back to the Crypto Mason YouTube channel. Shout out to the Gold Squad. We look for gold in every single aspect of our lives, and we always find it. Now, today we have one of the most important daily market updates. I'm talking about we have global important information, like information that is important for the world to hear. I have just seen the strongest warning of a cyber attack. So what would that have to do with crypto? How can you keep your crypto safe from a cyber attack on the globe? And what is that all about? We're going to cover that. We're also going to talk heavily about XRP, QNT, Hbar, and we're even going to talk about Stellar in this video. Now, let's get into the market. We're at 2.26 trillion, not doing too well. Bitcoin is under 50K right here. Ethereum is about to maybe lose this $4,000 level. We've got Binance Coin 570. Solana still below $200. That could be a great pickup there. Cardano is continuing down 20% in 7 days. We're at $1.28. Oh my goodness. That is pretty far from that all-time high. We have XRP hanging out below $1 still, man. Still not moving. Still not moving. Very crazy. We have a lot to talk about XRP in this video. But it looks like altcoins, we've got QNT is in the green, IODEX is in the green, XYM, Hex, all the rest are red. You can pick up some dips here. Gala is down 47 cents. Get Gala below 50 cents. But one reminder, the giveaway is still open. I extended the date a little bit. So you can still join. Go to this tweet, click this link right there. The link will be in the description. Shout out to Altered Life NFT and Rainmaker Games for sponsoring that. Now, let's talk about BTC, okay? Look at what Bitcoin's doing. And then after we talk about Bitcoin, we're going to get into Quant and all of the crazy cyber attack craziness that's happening. So basically, you can see this is the weekly chart. We have went below, well below this bull market support band, which that happened here, right? That happened here in May, and boom, we recovered, but this took weeks. So I would not be surprised if Bitcoin takes weeks to recover again, okay? I would not be surprised if it takes weeks to recover. And by recover, I mean get above 60,000 again, okay? This fall was pretty tough, like 41,000, right? That fall was pretty crazy. But ultimately, we can let's turn off this for a second. If we look at these EMAs on the daily, let's look at the daily. You can see that we just came down. What day was this? November 15. We just came down, like we were above this EMA, right? Boom, crushed all of them. That is insanity, okay? And that happened within like a couple week period. That's how crazy Bitcoin really is. So for me, I'm expecting, of course, I'm believing in lengthening cycles now, just because I think that makes the most sense, and the data is there for lengthening cycles. So with this, it's like not many of us hold Bitcoin, right? If you did hold Bitcoin, you definitely should have been taking profits here. I was telling people in my portfolio video, like, dude, 69,000 is huge. We're almost at 70,000, right? And of course, 70,000 is a very crazy psychological level, like absolutely crazy. Because everyone was like, okay, we did the 60,000 thing over here. We did that, right? But everyone was saying, like, if we get above 70,000, we're gonna really start going here. So that is my thoughts on Bitcoin, right? I wanted to see if I could show you something like this. Yes, our wizard hat formation. Let's talk about CRO. The wizard hat formation played out. I found this on my TikTok live yesterday. I called this, okay? I called this. If we put this back to the 6-hour chart, it kind of looks better. Actually, no, that does not look better. Daily. So basically, when none of this was here, I said, bro, this is how you do it. I call this the wizard hat formation. When a coin gets an inorganic pump, what does an inorganic pump mean? Well, it means that they spent $700 billion on the Staples Center to make global headlines and pump their coin, right? So an inorganic pump happened to MetaHero as well, right? I got MetaHero 3 million views, not sponsored at all. BitBoy then posts another sponsored video of his, he was sponsored, and it pumped even more. So this is what you do. You look for this, then you draw the line halfway down, and you make the wizard hat. And it will always come back to that halfway down the tower of gains, okay? That is how I look at an inorganic pump on a coin. So if you see that happening, like some big marketing push happened, there was a big piece of news that pumped the price, or an influencer's pumping a coin and it's actually going up, draw that wizard hat out, and you'll see it'll go halfway down, right? But it's a whole nother thing is finding the top. I would strictly use psychological levels to find the top. You can see there's a psychological level that was hit here. We bounced off $1. CRO never made it to $1. It was at 98 cents, right? So you could have seen like, oh my goodness, this thing's about to like bounce off that $1 level, or it's going to go above it. And then that's a whole nother game. Now let's talk about QNT. QNT, you can see it finding support right here. These wicks, this is the daily chart. You can see these wicks are bouncing off a support level from August. Right there. Now look how long QNT has been oversold. Like this is getting out of hand. Like stop selling Quant. What are y'all doing? Who is selling Quant? Look at this. We've just been in this 30 range, right? This 30 or below 50 basically. But we've just actually crossed below the 30 line right here, which indicates oversold. So December 5, we were at 27.69. We went back up a little bit, back down, back above the 30 line, back below the 30 line, and now back basically even on the 30 line. So I don't know what's like this thing is like, who is selling Quant, right? And we have some good Quant news in this video today. But I did want to show you that Quant can randomly explode. Take a look at this. Quant can randomly explode. Look. This was 25% in 18 hours. We exploded. Okay, here's another explosion. Let's see. We went all the way. That's another 25% in 18 hours. It's almost like they're inorganic. Look at this candle. That's 13% in 6 hours. So we've just been randomly exploding. Then we go back down. We explode, right? It's just this choppy pattern. You can draw this whole choppy pattern out. It's just choppiness. And it's slowly starting to get me like, what's going on with this, right? But let's get into some of the news and some more Bitcoin charts right here. BTC, I want to see the yellow box hold. This is from TechDev. Basically, this yellow box has to hold right here, meaning this has to stay in there and above it. And then the RSI, he wants to see it get above this trend line right here. Very interesting chart right there. We've got TechDev coming out with a very long-term chart right here. He turned it to the yearly and put it on the line chart. And that's what we look like. That is the Bitcoin chart right there. Look how crazy that is, man. This is the Bitcoin chart, yearly chart on line form. Blows my mind. Tether has been printing over 5 billion Tether has been minted in the last week. Oh my goodness. That means we could pump, right? Tether printing 1 billion seems to be the new norm. Now, one thing I want to show you, this is from XRP Crypto Wolf, by the way. This all has context, right? The Tether CEO always comes in here and gives context to why they're actually printing this. Basically, they're minting a new Tether to fund different things. Now, let's talk about the cyber attack. This is crazy. 10 countries have simulated a cyber attack on the global financial system. Israel, who we know is ahead of everything. If you want to know the future, look at Israel and look at China, okay? Led a 10-country simulation of a global cyber attack on the global financial system. This simulated a war game, which was over 10 days. the simulation had sensitive data emerging on the dark web. I've been warning about this for months now, like 8 months, okay? It used fake news reports that in the scenario caused chaos in global markets and a run on banks. We've been talking about a run on banks in this past week. It caused a run on banks, okay? So they're telling you exactly what's going to happen. This is going to happen, right? So if we go down, we see that this included the United States, Israel, United Kingdom, United Arab Emirates, Austria, Switzerland, Germany, Italy, Netherlands, and Thailand. So no China. Like, it doesn't list China. It lists Thailand here. There is no China. So I believe that the cyber attack is going to come from China because they are one of the countries that's not preparing here and simulating this. The goal of this was to simulate the attack, right? And then see if they can respond. Look at this. It says the banks are appealing for emergency liquidity assistance in a multitude of currencies to put a halt to the chaos as counterparties withdraw their funds and limit access to liquidity, leaving the banks in disarray and ruin. Who can provide on-demand liquidity? XRP, Ripple can provide on-demand liquidity when the banks are appealing for emergency liquidity. Dude, it is so obvious. How do you protect yourself from this? Get your crypto offline. Get a Ledger Nano X. If you want a Ledger Nano X, in the description, I have a link there. Click that. It helps me out, and you get a Ledger Nano X. Get your crypto offline. Stack up some meals that last forever, and stack up some water. That's all you can do, because we will probably have something like this where the internet is fully disconnected. This is a unlisted video from the World Economic Forum, and basically they say that something is in a matter of days, the whole internet is disconnected, and it's basically like a big cyber attack. It would cost our economies $50 billion a day, every day, right? One day without the internet, a single day without the internet costs our economy $50 billion US dollars. It would be irreversible damages. They would have to reset the financial system. So, more on that in future videos, of course. I'm going to be covering that forever. But let's watch this Hbar clip. The stable coins in South Korea are going to happen. Look at this, or are happening. Look at this.
And the world is getting just a little smaller. Two major banks, one in Asia, the other in Africa, are developing a real-time international remittance solution via a national currency-backed stablecoin project. Utilizing Hedera Hashgraph's blockchain network, Korea's Shinhan Bank and South Africa's Standard Bank showcase the first cross-continental stablecoin transaction.
So the music gets annoying there, but that is the gist of it. Look at that. It's on the news. It's happening. Somebody says the hash graphing is coming. I like that a lot. I'm going to skip that because we don't have time. Basically, this is a video from the Bank of London, right? I'll show this in tomorrow's video, I think. So we have Raoul Paul saying that he owns XRP.
There's a huge community behind it. Obviously, a very high-profile lawsuit from the SEC against Ripple.
Yeah, I own some XRP, actually.
He owns some XRP, and he basically says that he bought it because of the risk-to-reward ratio, 10-to-1 risk-reward that has a catalyst around it. So he bought it when the lawsuit happened, and he's holding on. Oh, my goodness. That is amazing that he holds that. Tribal Credit taps into Bitso and Stellar to enable cross-border business-to-business payments. This Bitso keeps coming up. But this is a nice headline. Stellar is netting some partnerships here. This Bitso exchange keeps coming up. I think you guys should research that. I'm going to research that. Now, we have QNT coming out on December 15, saying that they're introducing an annual over-ledger fee of 100 euros. The license fee is payable in QNT. Now, there's a lot of misinformation about this, as we can see right here from San. He's saying 100 euros is the over-ledger access fee. Only transaction fees, which developers also pay. License fees are extra small. Unless you're a big enterprise, the license fee is millions. Okay? And then somebody jokes around and says, yeah, guys, Gilbert, who is the CEO of Quant, is charging the Bank of England $100. Yeah, not happening. You know, so the license fees thing is coming out December 15, right? It's payable in QNT. The license fee is payable in QNT. So maybe we see an influx of people, of corporations buying QNT to pay the license fee. Possible. QNT is sort of confusing in this way of just like, it's a lot of technical stuff, right? Like they're talking about OAuth 2.0, Open API 3. There's SDK support for 12 programming languages. You know, it's very hard to understand. And that is because we're not really supposed to be paying attention to stuff like this. You know, this is banking talk. This is revolutionizing the internet talk. Normal people aren't even supposed to be tracking this. Like when we pull up Bank of International Settlements documents, it's like we're just normal people reading into what's happening in the banking system. And there is large changes happening. So this clip of Brian Brooks, he basically is arguing about XRP and saying that it should be a currency because it is. It's used to govern a network, right? And this clip has low audio, so it won't really come up on the video too well. But Brian Brooks is in there fighting for XRP. I love to see that. Flare Networks, we got an update on Flare. The next major update to Songbird coming in Q1 next year will form the launch candidate for Flare. If it passes testing on Songbird, then Flare can be launched. I'm going to give that a retweet because we've been waiting for Flare forever, man. I'm waiting, man. When is that Songbird going to catch on fire and rise like a phoenix, right? When are we going to light the flare on the Songbird, the spark on the Songbird, and boom, right? They're putting the code to the phoenix right there. So that is the daily market update. Please really take into consideration this cyber attack thing. The link to this unlisted video will be in the description. Oh my goodness, I highly recommend that you watch this. I've driven over like 50,000 views to this unlisted video. Actually, no, I'm being too crazy there. 25,000 probably. By making TikToks about this, you need to watch this. You need to watch this. Okay, it's the most important thing. They're telling you exactly what's going to happen. Okay, but that is all we've got for the daily market update. I appreciate all of you watching. Make sure you follow on Instagram, Twitter, join the giveaway, link in the description, join the Telegram, and goodbye.
Crawl, still can't stop it. I